I've known about Bitcoin since it was just getting started and started to float around the internet. I mean, I think I probably read about it first on like Stack Overflow or something in maybe like 2011. So I have been a big Bitcoin advocate for a really long time. I went to work for a company in South Florida called Delivery Dudes, where I worked with Austin Rappaport, who is one of my co-founders. Attila and I had worked on some stuff together in Unwriters Atlantis Slack. Austin and I were in the same city in Delray Beach, Florida, and Attila participated from where he was. I think he was either in Panama or Canada, I can't remember. We divvied up the different responsibilities and we each got to work. We got together and joined forces, and the rest is history. When the first hackathon came about, I had never participated in a hackathon before for any reason, but this was like, if there was something I was going to do, this was going to be it. We came up with a whole list of ideas, maybe 30 or so on a spreadsheet, so that we would be prepared no matter what the topic was, because it was going to be announced right at the time that it started. The topic ended up being onboarding, which is something that I had worked on kind of a lot already. I was really toying around with ideas. This is something that Ryan Charles was already talking about on video. It was really cool, actually. We worked really quickly, evaluating all of the different ideas that we had, evaluating what the topic was, immediately had a narrowed down version, kind of rapidly went through those. We didn't want to waste a lot of time thinking of an idea. You know, we were building a microsite that explained everything. We were building out documentation. We were building out some graphics and images to kind of make it appealing visually, as well as building the actual application that people were going to use. And then there also was a script that needed to be written that made all of this very easy to use. Again, the topic is like onboarding, so the focus was ease of use. So we went a few extra steps and built some extra things that really made it, you know, a few clicks of a button. We even built a little generator for this widget that we put on the microsite. And doing all this in 48 hours was a little bit nuts, but it's just great that I had two other, you know, engineers with me that were amazing, and they killed it. So. What TonicPow is today is a promotion marketplace. It's a place where brands can bring whatever it is that they're offering to the world and create a campaign, find relevant promoters that match up well with them. So this is TonicPow. You can see a bunch of campaigns here, and I'm going to share one of these, but the first thing I need to do is just log in. Go to login, and in this case I'm just going to log in with Twitter to make it easy. Let's say that I want to share one of these campaigns on social media. We've got Brightview here, really cool BSV based app for doing reviews and such. This has a pay-per-click rate on this one of a penny, and then a bonus payout of 3 cents if the person who clicks on my link creates a review after the fact. Click share, and you can see that you can just copy the link to share it in this first icon, or you can click one of these icons to share it on any of these platforms. There's one other cool button here, and this is for like sharing in person. So if I click this little QR code thing, if you were to scan that, that's the same as clicking my link and I'll get paid. But in this case, I'm just gonna go ahead and share it, let's say to Twitter. Okay, so I'll click the Twitter icon, and it's got my my short link that it made for me right there. So I'm just gonna say, enjoying Switzerland, and adding some reviews for these amazing restaurants via Brightview. That's now showing up on my profile, but anybody who clicks this link, I'll get a payout from that. If I wanted to check on my earnings, you can go to the menu there, click earnings. You can see how much you've earned in total, all of the different short links that you've earned from, and if somebody clicked that, you'd see the payout show up here, and you'd get a nice little notification letting you know that you got paid. If I was to click any of these, you would see the on-chain transaction that's actually referencing that particular click. I've got instant payouts enabled, so it's gonna send that payment directly to my Handcash wallet. We do have a lot more information. If you kind of go all the way to the bottom here, there are some guides here that walk you through various things from the perspective of an advertiser, a developer, or a promoter. There was this really amazing community of developers. This was the coolest moment, I think, in BSV history, when all these developers were flocking to these little groups and discovering each other and starting to work together. That was a lot of fun to be in that moment. You know, I kind of think back on it like the golden years or something already, and it's only a couple years ago. We didn't set out to start a company. That wasn't really the idea. The idea was to participate in something and try to compete. Part of the criteria for competing, and what we figured we would probably be judged on, is the viability of the idea. Marketing and advertising is obviously a huge business, and there's lots of room for innovation there as well, and lots of problems to solve. I don't think we are a replacement for many of the big platforms that are out there that people typically use for advertising right now. We're still very, we're very small. However, we do things in a different way that I think that people appreciate. I see a lot of interest from advertisers to participate in this. I see a lot of interest from influencers as well, or at least them experiencing many of the problems that we know that we're solving. BSV, the platform, at the core level is incredible. It's by far the best tool available to build just about anything. Because if you could imagine something that works on some other cryptocurrency, it kind of doesn't matter, because you're going to be able to build the same thing with BSV, and probably better. No, definitely better. With Genesis having happened, and the token protocols coming online and being very, very accessible. That said, we're not fully through that process yet, and we do need better tooling that's really easy to use. It's happening. Sexier tools, very user-accessible tools, things that look and feel good to use, and they make good intuitive sense, and you can get somebody who's just getting into programming to building things on Bitcoin. Get familiar with the tools that are out there for sure. Not burning out too quickly is obviously a factor. Leverage what's there. I mean, I don't know if I'm finished with that question or not. I'm trying to remember what it was.